ask them to join the session. Elsie, please post the invite for today's session in the chat. Come on, let them share it with their friends, because we want everyone to benefit from these sessions. We don't want anyone to miss any important information. We want you to ask questions. So there you go. So you can share this link with your colleagues as well, just to get more people on board in this session, inshallah. Khalid, feel free to start in 1 minute, okay? The floor
Okay,
is yours.
okay. It's okay. Okay, I guess it's now the
Go
whistle
ahead.
to run.
Exactly.
Okay, so now welcome again, as Ammar welcomed everyone. I just, from my side, I want to welcome you and make sure that you were understanding the sessions that we have run together. And I hope this session will be also containing a lot of information related to the topic we are going to discuss. In the last sessions, we had a lot of details around the competition and around the most used technologies in developing any solution related to Imagine Cup or even to a wider scope. So I hope that you are getting all the information and you are starting to get familiar with the projects, and you started thinking about what you're going to start with the Imagine Cup. So just think big in order to get the best results. That's a big advice, or this is an advice from my side. Think big and achieve whatever you can, and I'm sure you are going to do very well in the competition. So let's head to start our session today. Our session today would be talking about the fundamentals of computer vision, an interesting topic. From my side, I like and over the technology in general. And regarding the AI, I'm a big fan for AI, and I'm just always upgrading myself and updating my information, because as you all know, technology is like riding a motorcycle, a very speedy motorcycle, and we should be trying to follow on with everyday details, everyday updates that is going on. So let's roll on into our interesting day, which will be talking about the computer vision, fundamentals of computer vision. Then we'll be going to start an exercise. After that, I will also explain something related to one of the main technologies in computer vision, which is the facial recognition. We'll know about the facial recognition and the limits that are related to persons, and the difference between how we can use the facial recognition with permissions or without permissions. I mean, security permissions coming from governments, coming from uh, related associations that allow us to see details related to facial recognition, because as you know, facial recognition is one of the privacy matters. So it is not open for anyone to use it. It needs a special permission from the government in order to give you the ability to see and detect the faces. We can see the faces with the facial recognition, but it's not allowed for everyone to detect who is that person and to get the identity behind this face or related information. Also, we're going to see an interesting topic, which is the optical character recognition, the OCR. I guess you all are familiar with that because it was a technology used by scanners, the scanner device that we used to put a piece of paper with words on it, and it can read it as an image, then extract the text or the characters within these images. We are going to see how we can do that with AI and artificial intelligence within Azure in particular. So let's start with the concepts of computer vision. As a start, I want to tell you that yes, computers can see. How do computers see? Computers see by cameras. Computer can read from cameras, computers can read from scanners, computers can read from any device that is able to transfer the image, whether this image is a still image or a video, or maybe a clip, or a total video clip, or a total video, or a movie that is passing through a camera, or passing through any device that can read and hear. So now with artificial intelligence the computer has the ability to see. Different types of images, different types of videos, different types of components within these images, because we know that there are some simple images that include a lot of different objects. So we have to understand how the computer or the technology reads these images simply without making any complications or giving a lot of talking. Simply, the image can be, as you can see, it will be uh, cut into small squares. And each of these squares, we call them the pixels. I don't know if you are familiar with the word. Each of these pixels can be an array of numbers. These numbers from 0 to 255. This is the grades of the colors. When we are talking about gray images or black and white, that's what we call it in old-fashioned words. The images that contain the black and white, we know that white goes in degrees until it reaches the black. So whenever the computer camera or the computer eye sees the image and it's a black image, it goes like reading all these pixels and deciding what's inside that. It passes through something called the filters. The filters will analyze what's in that image and it will be displaying the contents or understanding the contents of these images. So the filter, or we call it the filter, kernel is always passed across all these images or these pixels, as you can see here. These are the images or the image that we have. There passes over that a filter and starts reading each and every of these boxes to analyze what's inside it. What is the difference between a grayscale image and a colored image? Is that for each of these squares, there will be added in an RGB property for each of these. If it is a colored image, besides the 0 to 55, which detects the gray images, for the colored images, we have another filter that determines what's in that picture by adding 3 additional parameters, which are the red, green, and the blue, in order to understand or to process that image. This is a very simple explanation for that. You don't want to go deeper into the arithmetics and the things behind that. But all that we need to know is that a gray image has one parameter, which is from between 0 and 255, while the colored images has 3 characters that are the red, the green, and the blue. This allows the system or the computer or the eye of the computer to read and analyze these images. So this is in brief what happens. So this is the filter I was telling you about it. It starts passing over these squares like this way, and it starts initializing or taking or reading the image, and it will decide the square numbers in order to show us what's in that image. Let's go deeper into another way of reading or adding information related to the computer vision or to the images. We have some images that are being added to a data set. Let's make the things easier. In the models or the LLM models, the large language models, or the models that are related to reading images, there are models related to reading text. There are models that are used to generate text. There are models that are used to create or generate a Q&A. There are different models. Now let's talk about the models that are used to process images. As you can see here, there are some steps in order to understand it, in order to create, let's say we are going to create our own model to just identify images. So the process would be like adding the images that we want. As you can see here, we are adding some pictures of fruits. After that, there will be added the parameters of these fruits, like the shape, like the color, like the name, like the type, like the model, because every one of us knows that we have, in general, we have bananas and we have apples and we have oranges. And these parameters for each of these, there are different types of bananas, maybe related to the country of origin, maybe to the size, maybe to the color sometimes. This is true about bananas, and it is also true about the apples and the oranges. So here it would be passing through what is we call the identification or adding the features of this object we are talking about. Imagine this object. Let's take a more complex object or complicated object or an object that has a lot of features like cars. If we want to talk about cars and classify cars, we have more than two or three or five or whatever types of cars. So there are more features of those cars. Like if this car is a truck, if this car is a let's say a pickup or whatever type of cars. It is a family car. I don't know if they call it sedan cars, and there are different types. There are also the colors of types. There are the number of those of the cars. There are American cars. There are British cars. There are Japanese cars. There are Korean cars. All these are labels to be added to the model in order to help it understand the images. When we add all these pictures and their features or their labels, we're going to what connect, or the model is going to connect all the features of these cars together in an arithmetic solution or an arithmetic calculations like the human brain exactly. This is what they call neuro science or neural networks. Like the neural networks in the human brain, they have different ways to connect things together. So we will teach the model on how to connect all these objects together in order to be able, which is the first and simplest thing, is to identify the object. So if I just give the model samples of pictures of different cars, then I would ask it about a car that is in that model. The exclusion or the extraction of this car's names or features would be easy. But if I use a new picture for a new car that is not within the cars that are in the database or in the data set that I have fed initially to the system, it would go through and start analyzing the characters or the parameters of the new object that is being analyzed. Where does it get this information from? From combining the different data, the different models, the different countries of region, the different types of cars, all the labels that I have added with the functions, with the parameters that I have added, in addition to the power of the algorithms that are added to that database, will give it the ability to give me an answer about the new car or what is the type of this new car. And it even can predict more cars by adding all these neural networks that complete or just create the object, or let me just define the object we are talking about. So now I will give you like an example from our own minds. So if I show you different pictures of different animals, and you might see that these animals are, you have background about different types of animals. If I show you a new image of a new animal that you didn't see before, directly your mind will be just looking by through your eyes into the image or to the new picture and using the back information that you have in your minds in order to try to calculate or deduce or whatever you want to, or compute this new animal by adding or giving it some similarities with animals that you know. So you might say that it looks like maybe a horse or a donkey by the size, by the main shape, but it has like a hose, it has like something like that. So your mind will be just connecting all the images, all the information, all the ideas that you might have about this animal in order to just conclude, or let's say propose something related to that animal, and it might be true or it might be not true. If it's not true, you will be learning more. This exactly what happens with the model. If the model gets the answer or gets the true answer or the correct answer about the new object, then that's fine because it used all the information it has and give us what we want. If not, it will be added for its database, like for creating a new learning or adding the knowledge to that model. So
So,
this is what happens
Khalid,
exactly
it
with
will store it actually, it will store the information, the new information in a database to like this, we can use it later on. So if there is no information stored before, so based on the example that you gave.
yes.
So if you
You
if you
mean
show me,
will it store the information after the answer?
yes.
Of course, it is always learning the system or the models that we create, even if we are not going to teach it or add it about that new object, it is automatically learning. This is the machine learning. It's always running algorithms and adding
Mm.
information and connecting the data together.
Perfect. So how are we, guys? Are we keeping up? We know that the theory part could be it's not that fun, but we want to basically explain to you what we're going to show you basically in like a couple of minutes on in the hands-on material. So
So
just give us a thumbs up if it's clear from my side. I can see it's clear now. If I imagine it like I have data stored in my mind and I'm looking at something completely new, so my mind will process what already exists in my mind and come up with a conclusion. This is what Khaled is trying to say, correct? Khaled, correct me if I'm wrong.
exactly, that's exactly. Thank you for
Perfect.
these lovely words. Okay. So here is what I was talking about. How is the object would be going through classification, object detection, and tagging with this when we educate or teach the system or the data set or the model on different things like the sizes, like the colors, like sometimes the sounds of these animals. So the data or the parameters or the labels I'm going to add to any of the object does not include only the size or the name and the picture. We can add other data in order to make the model build these algorithms together in order to get better results and better responses from what we have been talking about. So in
We
computer
have a
vision,
question, Khaled, from Jamil. Who will generate this complex mathematics to be able to
well,
recognize new
okay,
things?
yes. Who
That's a
is
very
going
interesting
to
question. Yeah.
generate? This is an important question. If you remember in the previous sessions, we had talked about machine learning, and we have decided during one of the labs which algorithm we want to use. We can use, let me be clear about that. We can use the already done or created already to use algorithms. If we have or if we go more advanced about that, then we can create algorithms. This is the role of the people who are neural engineers and artificial intelligence. So if you are going to go deeper in the expertise of neural science or the artificial intelligence, you can simply create a new algorithm or you can use the ready-made algorithms, and there are tons of them. So we can even use ready algorithms or we can even create our algorithm, and this is something I hope that one day all of you can do it. Is that clear?
Sure. Is it clear, Jamil, now? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Now when we talk about computer vision in Azure, we have the computer vision that can image analysis, can image tagging, and can do image analysis, image tagging, image captions, model customization, and more. And it also can do optical character recognition, and it can also do the subshell analysis. Regarding the facial, as I told you, we have the face detection and we have the face recognition. The face detection is allowed for everyone. So when I analyze a picture with the technology of face detection, it can detect the faces. But coming to talk about face recognition, as I told you again at the beginning, it is not allowed for everyone to access the information about recognizing people in a, an image or a video. So this needs security permission from the government. It is only allowed for associations related to security, and this is up to the government. If you have a project related to that, and you would need to go and get the permission from the country or from the security authorities in order to get the permission to use the face recognition technology. Now, let's head to the first exercise, which we are going to start analyzing images. So what I want from you now, even to scan the code or use, I will drop to you on the chat. Just give me 1 second. I will drop to you.
I'm sharing the link, Khalid. It's fine.
Okay.
So it's already
Okay,
there.
that's good.
We have a question from Alerda. Is Azure a ready-made algorithm, Khalid?
Yes, in Azure, you have the options to use the ready-made, and even you can add your own algorithms. Let me tell you, Azure is a platform that allows you to do all the necessities or the necessities that you want. You can start creating a new algorithm. Of course, you would need to do it and using some development environment, as the case like the one we have shown to you yesterday, or you can, it is up to you to choose one of the ready-made. If your project is related to something that is already done, all you need to do is go with a project that is already using a certain algorithm and select that algorithm and put your own data and get the results that you want.
Perfect. So we're starting the first hands-on material with image analysis. I posted the link, everyone, in the chat. Please click on the link and let us know in the chat if you're able to access the link. We will take you step by step now to implement
Now,
what
when
Khalid
you press
is.
on that link, you can see the steps you want to do in this first exercise. So as you can see, we are going to do image analysis. We are going to use the ready-made models in this session. On the next sessions coming, we are going to dig deeper and be the developers who will create everything, but not the algorithm. We are going to create the machine learning related to ready-made algorithms. Okay, so let's start with the first exercise, which starts by analyzing images in Vision Studio. So we are going to be introduced into what is called the Vision Studio. That includes some of the ready-made APIs that we can use. So if you are reading, I will read loudly for you. Azure AI Vision includes numerous capabilities for understanding image content and context and extracting information from images. Azure AI Vision Studio allow you to try out these capabilities. In this exercise, we are going to use the image analysis and start using this analysis in a practical way. So let's head into the first step, which is logging into Azure portal. So here we press on the Azure portal. Okay, I will press to keep the steps in front of all of us. You have the steps from your side. So you will need to log into Azure. I will close this one and would go to portal.azure.com. I will use my credentials.
So we go to
So here,
portal.azure.com, Khalid, or
portal.azure.com. It is highlighted in blue. If you can see it here, it is highlighted in blue. You just click on it and you would be on the
okay.
same screen as mine. Now I will use some credentials that I have. You use your own credentials here. Okay, and press on the next. Then use your own password. Let me know if you are good and following with me, please.
Amna, were you able to get the Azure credits, or you still have an issue?
So please
if you're
let me
not
know if you are on the same page with me.
if you're not able to log in, you need to check with your IT administrator at the university just to make sure that Azure is enabled and you can get the Azure credits. Perfect, Alida. Thank you. Amna, just get back to me in the chat if you have an issue or something, okay?
Okay. So can I go on, guys?
Everyone else, are you able to log in? Click on the link, log in with your university email, and you should see the same page. Thank you, Noel. Aisha, amazing. Now we started getting more.
Okay, Ammar, you
Okay, Amna.
just tell me when I can proceed,
أكيد
please.
أكيد I'll let you know, Khalid. Just give us a
Okay,
second.
okay.
Sarah, thank you. So, yes, Amna, please check with the IT department and let me know. Okay, please. We have 94 attendees, and I can see only 6 people interacting, 7 people interacting with us. What about others? Are you able to log in to Azure portal.azure.com with your university email? Okay, now we see so a few thumbs up. Okay, Bland, thank you. Okay, Khalid, I think everyone is at the.
Okay. Now
Yes, you
I will
need.
get back to the exercise. In
Yes,
this
please, Khalid,
step,
thank you.
it's asking us to create a new resource. So if you have the document open in front of you, you can see that it's asking us to create a new resource. I'm going to press on this plus, create a new resource. And here, as on the document, it's asking you to use or to create a new Azure AI service. Azure AI services, okay? I will select that. And as you can see here, we have the Azure AI services. We will select this one. And I will press on create Azure AI services. Are we good? So again, I will restart this step, create a resource, Azure AI service or services. It will appear here. I will ask this to close. It's always showing us some offers, whatever. Advertisement. So I will press on create Azure AI service. Now, here we should start creating our own Azure AI service. Here is the subscription. You should see your subscription already filled. Here is the place where you create a new resource group for your work. I will call it AI RG with today's date. And I will press on OK. Okay, Ammar, should I proceed?
I think so. So they should tell us actually. So let us know in the chat, guys, if you are able to, if you finish the step now.
Here are the
Alrida is
steps.
asking Khalid, is $100 of free credits enough to go for a long time?
A long time. Define long time.
How
You
long?
need to define long time. How long? They just renew these $100 every month. And make sure, please make sure that whenever you are done with any of the resources that you create, delete it before it consumes all your credits. Especially like computing resources, they eat the amounts or the credits. If you don't use it, just delete it.
Okay.
Okay.
Khaled, can you
Now,
repeat the
yes,
last part, the last step that you
I
mentioned,
didn't
please?
do anything. Only I did create a new resource group. Press on the new resource and name it as you like. But I name it Azure Services or AI Resource Group, and I gave it this name. This is what I did. This is the last step. Okay?
Can we go to the step before this, or it's not possible now?
It's possible. It's always possible. So
Let's see.
again, I will go to Home, press Create a Resource, and here
So
I will.
can you check the screenshot, Khalid? This is what they're saying. Fatima is uh, both
Okay, let me
Fatimas actually.
see.
Yeah, they're saying like start with Azure Free Trial, manage Microsoft Entra ID.
This means that their account is not active.
Okay, they don't have the Azure
Whenever who
credits.
receive
Mm.
this message, they don't have a subscription with their account. Let me tell you how to make sure that you have an account. Here you press on subscription. Okay, you type subscription and it will be showing to you here. You should have a subscription here. If you don't have a subscription, you won't be able to proceed with that. This is why you are seeing this screen. Okay, this is the issue that you have. So
Okay.
let me know how many students do not have subscription.
So Fatima Ali and Fatima Hassan, you need to go back and check with your IT administrator at the university to get you the Azure credits. We posted in the WhatsApp channel an alternative way to get the subscription, the Azure credits. So go to Canvas and check the video there. It's posted on Canvas. Yes. So the first step, make sure to check with your IT administrator, and it should work. But the steps is they're very simple. I'll share today after the session. I'll share the the video again, the steps that shows the Azure credits. I'll share it again in the WhatsApp channel. Or you know what? Just give me a second, and I will share it again in the chat now. And follow these steps and let us know. So email us at AIinnovators@salwatan.ae if you're not able to get subscriptions, and we will try our best to help you with that. Okay. For those who are able to log in, you have subscriptions, please follow the steps now. So Khalid, you can continue now. The session is already being recorded, so they can go back to it after they fix the issue. Elsie, can you please share the link for the Azure credits video? The first one and the alternative one, please. Just put them in the link and share them in the chat. Jamil, it will take probably 2 to 3 days to get an answer from Microsoft. Let us know. So by next week, Monday, let us know if you don't get an answer from Microsoft. Exactly, Alreda. You're not able to verify because it's with because maybe the IT administrator is not actually activating the Azure credits on the tenant itself. So you need to go to the IT administrator in the university and ask them about this and make sure it's activated. Because all the students, if you are using a university email, you get $100 off Azure credits as a student. Okay. All right, Khalid, back to you. You can now resume the steps. You're mute, Khalid, if you're talking.
Okay, so sorry. Now I
No
will
worries.
start the steps, create a new resource, and I will go with Azure AI services. It will appear here. I will go with Azure AI services. Again, I type something wrong. Azure AI services. And here I find it. I will press on create. I need to create a new resource group for my work. So you can name it as the name is up to you, but
Khalid, not
create
sure
a
if you're
name.
sharing, but we cannot see your screen.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Now we can see it. Thank you.
Okay.
So
So
just repeat, go
yeah,
back
yeah.
like a step,
Okay.
please.
It's
Thank you.
okay. It's okay.
No
It's
worries.
just fine. So again, home, create a resource. I will type the name of the resource that I want, Azure AI service, Azure AI services. I will select create. This is the Azure AI services, as you can see here. I will press on Azure AI services. Here, I would like to even create a new resource group, and this is what I do advise, is to create a new resource group related to the course. I will call it 05/12/2024 RG. Okay, and I press on OK. Now my resource group is ready. Then I would need to select a region. I will select East US, as you can see on the documentation that you have. It's already selected. And I will name my service AI service. Also, I will call it 2024 1205. The pricing tier, I will go with the standard one. All of these are on your screen. You can see them on the steps. I will show them to you again. Here are the things: subscription, it will be automatically displayed, resource group, region, the name, the pricing tier. So this is what we have on our screen now. Then I'm good to go by checking that I agree on the license and all the conditions. You should read that first. I have already read that. I will press on review and create. And I will be creating my Azure AI services. So here you can see in the notification bar, the deployment is in progress. When it is ready, we can know that it is ready. It will be showing us that the resource is ready. Give it some seconds and it will be ready. As you can see, it is deployment is succeeded and I can go to my resource. This is the resource that I have created. It is called the AI service. This is the name of the service that I have created. Now I am ready to start using my ready created resource. What I would need to do is to go to the Vision Studio. Now, as you can see here, after the service is deployed, I would need to go to the Vision Studio. And it's asking me to open a new tab and go to the Vision Studio. I just right-click here, copy the link, and on the main screen where I'm using the Azure, I will press plus and Control V, and I will press Enter. This is the portal where I can use the AI Vision Studio. Okay, I will sign in with a different account because I'm using a different account. The account I'm using is the same as here. As you can see here, it's student 8. And this is the student aid account. I'll press on here.
So they will log in with the university account on it, correct? Oh,
Yes, if they have their account ready, they can
okay.
log in with their university account. Okay.
Do you have a question, Handu? Because your
I-
hand is raised. There, if you have a question, please post it in the chat. Khaled, sorry, continue.
It's okay.
Yes, Abdullah, university email address. So once you get the Azure credits, Elsie, my colleague, shared the link. Check those videos, get the Azure credits, the $100 Azure credits, and then using your university email address, password.
Just give it a second to load.
You cannot use your personal email because it's not an educational account. So you should be a student to get the Azure credits and log into Azure and Vision and all the platforms that we're showing you. Sorry, Khalid, I'm just
No,
using
it's
the
okay.
time
We are just waiting the.
to answer the questions. Yeah. So now, Khalid, we sign into portal.vision, right?
Yes. So now we press on sign in and use the credits that we have for our client. I will get also the credits from here, the username and the password. And I will get the password also that I have here. You use the same username and password that you have from your Azure. Let's give it a second because it's the first time it uses this username. It will be taking a bit of time. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please let us know.
Yes, we're here, and we would like to know more about what are you working on. Like, if how's it going with the projects that you're working on? Are you implementing what we are showing you in the past sessions in the projects? Are you done? Um, so just chat with us in the chat box just to see how's it going because we really want to understand if this is really benefiting you in the projects that you're working on with your colleagues. And again, you're learning more about AI, you're learning about more about Azure. So, and we know that everyone in the call is very clever and that you will know very well how to implement these tools in your project. So while we're waiting, if you can just
Okay,
tell us how's it going. Is
is
it done? Okay.
it is run now. Now this is our interface with the Vision Studio. All of us will be reaching into this screen exactly. As you can see, it has different things that we can use in order to start working with the Vision Studio. The first thing that we have talked about or we have seen is the image analysis. So this is the image analysis tab. So, sorry, this is the image analysis tab. If we go to the, again, to the instructions. I'm just switching between them in order to be on the same page with you. So we need to start working with the resource that we have created. Here in the Vision Studio, we can see our resources. This is the resource that we have. Again, I will show you here what I did. Oops. Sorry, I just pressed something wrong. Again, I will go to the steps. I will take this copy link and will take it again here and log in. This is the studio. I see how fast it ran this time because it already logged in. I will see the resource that I have created here. Okay, this is my resource. The one we have created in Azure, if you remember, this is the resource. If you can compare between them, you check that it is my resource, and I will be selecting it as the default resource. Okay, so are we good until now? Please let me know. And if you are following on your own document, you should be doing the same steps. As you can see here, I select the main resource, the default resource, and I am now ready to start using the service in order to analyze the images. What I'm going to start with is to start using the image analysis and select the one that it is add captions to images. Again, all these steps are within the document that you have, okay? I will select it. Now, what I want to do is to test this on some images that I have. So I will press that I acknowledge, I agree, and I would need to have some images to analyze. If you have any images ready, you can use them. And on the document that we are sharing with you, again, I will show it to you. We have here a place where we can download samples for some images. All you need to do is press here and the download will start automatically and you will be having these images on your computer download folder. If you see that, we'll press here and you will be seeing the images here. All you need to do is to extract all images and press on extract, and it will show you the images that we are talking about. These are the images and they are now on our computer. Okay, these are the images that we have and they are on all in our computer. So until now, we have created the resource, we have opened the studio, we have selected the service that we want, which is the image analysis, and downloaded these files in order to start analyzing them. So everything I need is now to browse for the folder that has my files, and here it will show me the result of the analysis of these files. Is everything understood?
It's clear from my end, Khaled. So what about others? Are you following
Let
with
me,
us?
is everybody on the same page?
Okay, excellent. So we can actually use the pictures, Khaled, from here that are stored here, or upload our own picture, right? Or even take a
Yes,
photo if you want.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So for demonstration purposes, I'm just downloading these images from the resource that is on the document. So now I will browse for the files. I will go to where I extracted these images. Here you can see that I have the store camera. I will open the image and we'll see what this processing or analysis image will be describing. So as you can see here, a woman and a girl in a grocery store. So the computer vision is able now to detect that we have in this image a woman and a girl in a grocery store. If I need to
Nice.
analyze another image, I will select another image and I press on open. So here I have another image for a lady. What is this woman doing? She is holding a phone while shopping in a grocery store. Are there any questions about what is going on?
Khaled,
Mariam?
she
So,
wants us to repeat the default resource part, so I was going to ask you for it.
okay,
But this
okay.
brings me to this is actually amazing. لأنه what we can implement this with blind people. Like can use AI. I saw once an application that actually uses
Yes,
AI,
this
and you
application
can
is, let me tell you about this application. The application you're talking about from Microsoft is called AIC. It was
yeah
practically or developed by a really blind man. He created this application and it was a great help for everybody who has a problem with
yeah
seeing.
vision difficulties
Okay,
or
this is
blind
called
or
the
something.
AIC. Please, guys, install it from App Store or from Google Store on your mobile phones or your tablets and see how important and how efficient it is. With the camera, all you need to do is to hold your phone and just move it around the place you are in. It will be starting to telling you what is the camera seeing or what is the system seeing. And for you as a person who can't see, you will be knowing the surroundings around you. It will even describe if it is money, if it is an object, and even how much the money is, or or the person you're talking to, how old is he. It has different and many features. So the application you're talking about is called AIC. I already installed it on my mobile phone and tried it in a previous project. So let's see another image to this, just to see all the images and all the results. I will
After
come
you're done,
back to,
Khaled, please repeat the
yes,
steps on
I
how
will
to
come
download.
to Mariam's, we're going to do that another time, so don't worry. So here is a woman in a grocery store, and I will also browse the last one. And as you can see here, let's see what's the analysis. A man and a woman in a grocery store. This is what we have done with this, with the first exercise. So again, I will go to explain to Mariam what we should do. The first thing we do is to view all resources. And we have this resource, we select it. But if we have different resources, we can select another one and select this one as a default. Okay, this is the step of the selection of the default resource. Is that clear,
Khaled,
Mariam? Yes.
it's clear. Does it help with pictures generated by AI? Yani, for example, I use sometimes Copilot to generate some pictures. Does it
Okay.
actually can analyze these pictures or?
Yes, sure. Whatever images you have, it can analyze. But let me take you to a truth that this is, after all, a generated system that is always learning. So if it doesn't know now, it will eventually know. So because it's always learning, and
Mhm.
Microsoft has like invested, look at the number, about $12 billion in the computer power for the artificial
Mhm.
intelligence. So imagine what is the amount of the processing and how advanced it will be. Okay?
Interesting. I sent a picture in the In the chat, Khaled, can we try it, please?
Let me see. Can we download this image? Yes, we can download this image.
This is actually a picture I generated using
Okay, so
Copilot.
now I will try the picture that Ammar generated. Okay, and we'll go to the Vision Studio and go to the image analysis again. What did I do? I will select the which one? Oh, okay, this is the image analysis. Okay. Okay, I will browse for the file that Ammar sent now. It's in the downloads. Why can't I see the file that you have sent? Is that the file? Let me see the files. Okay. I will drag and drop the file. It's easy. I can do that also.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
here it is. Maybe it's not saved, or
I did save it, but I don't know what's
maybe it
happening.
went to documents or something.
I can't find it. Let me drag it and drop it here. Again, this is the file. This is it. Can you please move from here a bit? And I will close this one. And this is the object container. This is the image. And I will drop it in here. Let's see. Please acknowledge the resource usage policy above in order to add captions to image. It couldn't detect it. Sorry, Ammar.
No problem. I'll try later.
We are sorry for your
You know
image.
what? Maybe because I took a screenshot, there is something at the end of the picture. Maybe that's why. But it's fine.
Wait. I didn't acknowledge. Let me see. I wasn't checking on this one. Let's wait.
Let's see.
It's my fault.
I like to try things,
A group of people in a classroom. Is that satisfying for you, Mr. Ammar?
Okay, it works. It works.
Okay, it works.
It's
So now,
Thank you, Khan.
please, guys, let me know if you had all the information related to that understood for you in order to move to the next exercise. It will be the same steps as the previous one, but we're going to use different model. So please, guys, assure to me that you have understood, and the people who could access their
Also, one more thing to mention, everyone. The last step for this exercise, make sure, as Khalid said, to delete any resources that you no longer need. So do like a quick cleanup on Azure, like this, you don't lose the credits. So I posted, they're available in the link that we shared at the beginning. Um, After you're done exercising, you're done testing, clean up your resources. Like this, you don't lose the credits. Clear? Are we good, guys? All good so far? Thumbs up, yeses, smiley faces, anything
Ammar, I
else?
am being kicked off every period of time, okay? I don't
Oh,
know
okay,
what's...
no
Okay,
issues. Maybe it's a connection issue problem.
okay,
I was
okay.
telling them, Khalid, to clean up because I noticed that at the end of the exercise,
Yes, but
it's
did you clean up yet? If you didn't, don't now, because I'm not going, in order not to repeat the same steps, because actually all the steps for all the labs are similar. But if you have done that, let's do again the steps for the next lab.
next
So
exercise. Okay.
next exercise, okay. So let me just show you what I will be talking about on the next exercise. So we are done with this exercise, the first one. Now let's head to explain a bit of other capability in computer vision, which is the ability that includes the model customization, or it can detect people, it can see faces, and it can generate image captions, it detects objects, and tag visual features, whatever we're talking about. So this is the next feature we're going to talk about, which is the face service. I will show you the allowed abilities with the face service in order to get familiar with that. So the same steps we are going to do are the steps that we followed in the previous exercise. So let's head down again into the environment, and please scan this image. And Ammar, please drop on the chat the link to the next exercise.
Already done. So go to the chat, guys. You will see the link there. Basically, I'm checking the exercise now. It's the same steps that we started with when we created the resource group and we entered the pricing tier. So nothing will change there, correct, Khalid? And then
Yes, the same. But I will
perfect.
repeat them very fast in order to that for you to get familiar with them. Okay? So are you ready, guys? Please let me
I'm ready.
know. Ammar is ready. Okay. Again, I will go to the Azure. I will create a new AI service. Okay. I will create a new resource. These are the same steps that we followed. Azure. Did you drop the link to the exercise, Ammar, for the
I did.
guys?
It's in the chat.
Okay.
نحن هلا we are at the face detection. So
Yes,
I
this
already
is
posted it
the
in the chat.
exercise. Okay. I open it for you. So if you see here, they are exactly the same steps. So I will take that from here. I don't have permission. Why is that? I already did that.
They're targeting you, Khalid.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. I have
AI
no
is
doubt.
targeting you.
Yes, I guess
You're
so.
using AI too much. يعني
Yes.
exhausting AI.
So this is, I'm going to create a new resource, Azure AI services. Let's see. I will select create a new service. The same steps exactly, but here we should change some of the things that we have created. Since I have created already a resource group, I can add it here to the same resource group, or if you like to create a new one, it's up to you. I will create this service on East US also, and I will give it a name. Let's have new AI service. One. Okay, and also 05, 12, 20, 24. This is a naming convention you can use. I will go with, again, the standard, and I will select that I agree, I acknowledge, and I will press on review and create. And since create is ready, I will press on create. So the resource is ready now. I can see it. This is the resource I have created, the new. These are the credentials related to that. Okay. If I need to access this endpoint or apply it or deploy it to another web application, I can do that. This is the URL of this endpoint. And in order to be able to access it, I would need to create a security token, and it will allow me to deploy it in another web app or in another website. This is something we are going to be learning on the next sessions. So now my service is ready. I will go again to the documentation. It's asking me again to log in to, I will bring again. So I'm just moving this back and forth in order to explain all the steps. So again, we had to create a new resource. We filled the subscription, the details that are related to that. Then what we need to do is now to open the Vision Studio and connect to this service that we have created in order to start the face detection service. Okay, now I will go back to the Vision Studio, and here I will select again to the Vision Studio. If I need to view all resources, it will refresh and it will show me the new made resource that I have created. In a second, it will be appearing here. So I will select it and start using it. I will go to Vision Studio again. And what should I do now is to select the detect faces. So I will go to the face. You can see here that I have different models. The one I'm talking about was the image analysis. I selected one of these, which is add captions to the image. If you recall, or if you see some applications on the App Store, on the Google Store, that tell you that we can remove the backgrounds for your images. Here, where is it coming from? This is the model that they are using. Remove background from images. Simply, you can use it. You can create your own application and put it on App Store. If you merge between some of these ready-made APIs or applications, then you can just be one of the people who has their own applications. So let's get back to face. Okay. And select detect faces in an image. Again, I would need to have a resource or a source of images. This is the source of images, like samples for me. I will press on here. It will be downloaded into my download folder. Then I will have to extract it and start using those images. As you can see here, these are samples or descriptions, what will be happening. I will browse for a file. And even, this is an important thing I should tell you about, if I'm deploying this service to a mobile phone, I can simply take a photo directly from mobile phone. This answers a question Ammar asked about a minute. So I can simply press on the acknowledge, don't forget that, and browse for a file. And here we will be seeing the downloads, the face detection, and I have like 3 pictures to test. I will press on the first one. As you can see, let's see what it will detect. Okay, as you can see, we have one face in this image. If I press here, and it will say the face is obvious and has no mask. Let's try another picture. Okay, and open it. And here we'll see what it will detect. As you can see here, we have face 1 and we have face 2. Where is face 3? Okay, this is the girl. I didn't see it. Okay, as you can see here, it's detecting all the faces in the image. And as you can see, it is giving us a notification that there are no masks on the faces. Let's see the last picture or the last example. Also the store camera, open it. What will happen now? Let's see, it will show no faces. Why? Because the faces are covered. Okay, guys, is that clear for everyone?
Yes, it's clear from my side.
What about others? Please let me know.
Okay,
Okay, Aisha, thank
perfect.
you. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, thank you, everyone. Now, let's see the last example, and I will just show you the last example. What is it talking about? So now we can also, it can also, as I told you, it can detect words or letters or documents, even if they are printed or they are handwritten. This is what is called the optical character recognition. This we had, or we have been using previously with the scanner devices. I don't know if they still exist now, but at the past times, we needed to scan some documents to extract the characters from them. We used the technology was called the OCR. Now the OCR is moved to artificial intelligence, and it's also on the models that we have. Then if we open the last exercise, if we go to the last exercise, please, Ammar, give us, you already did? Ammar
Yes,
is
I already did.
marvelous.
It's in the chat.
Ammar is a marvelous man.
Thank you, Khan. You
Okay,
too.
as you can see here, I will also bring this exercise in front of you to see that in order to save some time, that all the steps from here till here are the same, will be done the same. Go to Azure, and in the Azure, I will open that for you. Let me show that to you. In the Azure, you go and from home, you create a new AI service, Azure AI services. You create the service, press on create, and you select a new resource group or put it in the same resource group until you reach the same results that we already have now, which we have two already for now. Then we'll be having three, and then log into the Vision Studio again, and this time go to the Vision Studio, and what we are going to select, let's see the document to make everything clear to you. Now we have started the computer vision, and now we are going to start with something new, which is the OCR. Okay, we will be going with OCR, optical text recognition. Okay, so here we go to the Vision Studio and select the optical character recognition. Now let me take you to the Vision Studio and go to optical character recognition. Now we can extract text from images. Again, we would need a source of images. You can see the source on your exercise, the exercise that Ammar shared with us. All you need to do is to press here, and you will be having a library. Sorry, what did I do? I pressed something wrong. You'll need to, oops. Okay, we'll go with this is the resource that includes the file of images that includes some OCR images. Press it here, and you will be finding four types of documents: an advertisement, a letter, a note, and a receipt. Let's see what the studio will be doing with this. Now let's head back after we downloaded all these. And here we go with the studio. Again, I will go with the studio and select the optical character recognition. Guys, please let me know. Is everything clear? Did I go fast in any step? Is everything clear for you? Please, I need more than Jamil to say yes. Jamil is good enough for me, but I need like more yeses. Please, thank you, Zah. Thank you, everyone.
We
You
have an
know,
amazing audience, Khalid. So
yeah,
everyone
yeah, yeah.
is
I'm
paying
sure
attention.
about
Don't worry
that.
about it.
They make me
Now
happy.
you see. No,
Okay, okay, guys. Yes,
perfect. Thank you,
clear.
everyone.
Thank you. Okay, now let's try this final trial and see the pictures that include some text. I will browse for the files. Now I will go to the OCR images. Let's see the first one. It's an advertisement. Let's see this advertisement. So as you can see, this image is an ad. So let's see. Okay, these are the detected attributes. Northwind traders, pie winners, fresh produce, friendly service, open 7 days a week. So in this ad, which maybe it's coming from Facebook, from Instagram, I just took this picture and asked AI to extract the data or the text on that image, and this is what it showed me from this image. Let's try another one. The letter, open. Let's see the letter. This is the letter. As you can see, it selected everything, and here it is extracting everything from this letter. Okay, as you can see, it's surrounding each of these words together, not every letter, it's every word. This is something we'll be talking about later. Again, let's see another type of document, which is a note. Let's see this note. As you can see, this note is handwritten, so it extracted the information from this note. Okay, Ammar, do you have any note you want to try? We can take the challenge. Okay, another one. I think Ammar is preparing for something. Let's
I'm
hope
trying
he's
to
not.
find the picture, actually.
Okay, and here finally is a receipt. This is a receipt that you can see coming from any restaurant. So be aware to hide your receipts so nobody can track you. So this is the receipt and all the contents on that receipt. Now we go back to the Visual Studio. These are our exercises for today. I hope that you enjoyed today. Please let me know if you have any questions while I'm just searching in the images or searching on this. Please let me know if you have
We have
anything
an
to ask.
interesting question from Sarah Khalid. She's asking,
What?
does it detect text in different languages?
Of course, Sarah. Of course, in all the languages that you might imagine, in different languages, of course. Try it, Sarah, if you have the access to Azure. I guess I give you something interesting to just play with during these 2 days until we reach our next session. What is beautiful about this, that we are using the artificial intelligence in a safe way and in a way that is like helping. But what is wonderful when we can by ourselves create such projects. So I don't say that you're going to do it very easily, because in Arabic we say man talaba al-ula sahira al-layali. You need to work hard to get high positions or get high targets or difficult targets. You would need to be working and giving some time for like reading what we have until now described or explained to you. Can you give an example or two of simple projects that can use the vision detection? Great, we have some times for that. I had one time something in my mind, like a calories calculator. So if you are someone following a diet, or maybe you have, God may protect you all, if you have a disease and you are worried about the amount of calories you're going to eat. So imagine that you have an LLM that stores all food types with different images. And whenever you move your camera on a dish that contains some food or fruits or whatever, simple food or combined food, I mean like a piece of steak or maybe a piece of steak with buildings over it, like bread, like sauce, like vegetables, like pickles, like potato. So whenever you put the camera on it, it will automatically detect all the sizes, the weights, and even the uh, calories inside that piece of food. What do you think about that, Zara? Is it good?
It's a great idea, Khalid, بس الله يسامحك. We feel hungry هلا.
It's okay. It's in 5 minutes you can go and eat whatever you want. You heard about, let me just give you something that I already saw someone finalizing that project. He just broke my dreams. Okay. I was just going to work on that. But guys, you can do much more than that. You can do a lot of things that maybe will be helping in solving major issues. Like, I don't know, you can use it in different ways. Okay. This is one example. Another great example was what Ammar told us about the people with who has a problem in seeing. Maybe something additional I was working on, but it gave me a bit of hard time because I don't have enough time for that, which is an application. Let me just describe my imagination and you can go ahead. Maybe you can use it. If we have an application that can see someone who is talking in sign language, the sign language or for the people who are deaf, who can't hear well. So they have the sign language. So if someone is talking to me in sign language, so it can translate these signs into text and I can read that text if I don't know sign language. Okay, some people, some deaf people know the sign language, but imagine a deaf person who doesn't know the sign language and someone who is talking to him or expressing what he wants in sign language in a video, on a group of pictures, or maybe directly face to face. I know it's used, I know it's used, but what I'm just trying to add to that is the translation of the sign language, because in different languages, the sign language differs. And this is something new to me. I thought that the sign language is something international, like all people who has a problem with hearing have one sign language, but I found that there, for every language, there are different sign languages used or different signs associated to that. Even in Arabic, we
Mhm.
have different sign languages in different countries.
Exactly.
So,
It's
so
very
if I
interesting,
have one,
interesting
if
idea.
I have a phone that can see the sign language that being talked, so I would select like Arabic Qatar, as I do select Arabic Lebanon or Arabic or English United States or English United Kingdom or English Australia, and the people starts signing or showing their signs, and the AI will detect the language and translate it to my own language that I understand. This is one another example or
Amazing.
one another idea.
That's great. So there is no limit actually to
Yeah, a
the
human mind
imagination.
has a
Even
lot.
exactly, even Nada, if there is an project or an idea that is already implemented, you can think about it, as you said, in a different point of view, like I think different way, and come up with a completely new solution for it. So, but we're really excited. You know, we're waiting to see what you will come up as project because I'm 100% sure you will come up with an amazing ideas, and we
And
have
I
full
don't know
trust.
if you, sorry, Ammar, to
Go
interrupt,
ahead, go ahead.
but I don't know if you already went to Imagine Cup website and see the projects that won. They had magnificent projects. Go ahead and see those projects and just inspire from them.
I saw it actually. Like I remember the last one was a team from Turkey who won the project, and it
Yeah.
was actually also for people with disabilities. So actually there is no limit. The sky is the limit, as we say. So
Yeah.
please use your imagination. We're here to support you. You have all the tools you need. You just need to brainstorm, come up with an idea that would be outstanding, and we're sure that you will win the competition and the global competition. It's not that difficult. You just need to think about it, implement what we are showing you in these sessions. Uh, Train yourself. We're here to support, ask questions, and hopefully you will get the result that you wish for. Again, thank you so much, Khalid. Still have 1 minute in the session. Thank you
You
so
are
much,
welcome.
Khalid. I
Thank you
really
so.
appreciate the time you're spending and giving us all of these, information and details. And
Thank you,
thank you
everyone.
again
Thank you.
for joining the session today. I hope you found it very useful and informative. Um, Again, make sure to check the WhatsApp channel. Make sure to check your emails. Make sure to log into Canvas. I know that we keep mentioning it in every session, but we want everyone to stay up to date with everything going on in the session. Um, Mariam, just follow the steps in the exercise. And all the exercises we shared today, at the end of the exercise, there is a section that shows how to clean up. So after you do the three steps, the images, the face detection, and the OCR, I think it was called. Thank you everyone for interacting with us in the session. The attendance link will be closed at, we'll give it 1 more minute at 8:31. It's in the chat. We will post it again for the last time. Thank you so much, Mariam. You were great. I thank you again for participating with us, and we wish you best of luck.